So now it's time to give you a chance to utilize some of the skills that we've been developing. So what we're going to do is a little project. We're just going to make a simple little pencil holder for the top of your desk. The only things you're going to need for this project are your straight edge, some cardboard of course, your utility knife, and a little bit of hot glue. So the goal of this project is to just get you thinking about the different ways that you can make stuff out of cardboard, and to get you familiar with some of the tools that we've been talking about. So let's get started. So I already have my layout here. You can take a closer look. And so we're just going to go ahead and start cutting. So I'm going to use my utility knife to cut out the thicker lines. Paying close attention to where my fingers are. So I'm going to start with this edge here, line it up, and then go ahead and just slice that. We'll do 2 passes to make sure it's all the way through. And I'm just going to work my way around the cardboard, making all these cuts. Now I'm leaving the blade out on the knife because I'm moving rather quickly around the cardboard, and I'm just making sure to put it just far enough away so that I have to look at it when I pick it up. And that way I don't try to just grab it and end up grabbing the wrong part of the knife, i.e. the sharp part. Okay, line this up. I'll go ahead and slice through that. 2 more. And last one. Okay, let's check it out. Almost all the way through. A few parts are sticking, so I'm just going to run the knife through those cuts. And I'm just going to keep my hands behind the cutting path. That way there's no mistakes. Okay, pretty close there. We'll just give it once more around. And there we go. All right, making some progress. I'm done cutting for now, so we're going to go ahead and retract this blade. And now we're going to make some bends. So the dotted lines correspond to where I want to bend. And because this piece is pretty small, I can just kind of line my straight edge up and kind of just push down into it. And go over here, line it up, and just push down, and then I can kind of make some bends around that. All right, good start. And I want to make some bends with these little wings, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Just pushing the straight edge down. Okay, now we're pretty close. Looks like these wings just need one more bend. So I'm just going to hold with my fingers where I want that bend. This doesn't have to be precise, it just has to be enough overlap to get some glue on there. That's going to be the next step. Looks good. And let's see where this next one wants to go. Okay, looks like right about here. And perfect. That's going to be great. So let's go ahead and put some glue on that. Next, I'll hold everything together. So it looks like the glue is going to go right on the top 2 corners, right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply a good dab. on both sides. Don't use too much. And then I'm just going to hold the cardboard right on it. All right, give that a couple seconds to dry up. So the next thing that we're going to do is try to get a stand for the back, and that way our little pencil holder will stand and present our various pens and pencils to us just like we want it to. I'm being careful not to get any of the glue on my hand because it's going to be pretty hot. Okay, so now we want kind of a stand on the back. Whoops. Use a little too much glue on that side, and so it's taking a little bit longer to dry. That's okay. Not too much more. Okay, that should be good enough to work with. All right. I also want to be careful not to get any glue on my cutting mat. That would be bad. So I'm actually going to move this out of the way for the next part. Oh, actually I need to use it. Bring it on back. Okay, so I want a little stand. So what I'm going to do is just use some of the cardboard that we have here. And this is just going to be a free-form cut. And I kind of want a little bit of straight. And then a little bit of an angle straight down. Now, you'll notice I'm positioning my hands behind the cut so that there are no mistakes. Oh, one more little cut over here. I just want to cut a straight flap right in the middle there. Great. Okay, so now that we have this flap, I kind of want these little tabs to bend to the left and right. So what we're going to do is just press our ruler down on both sides, right about there where the flap is going to be. Press it down, flip it over, press it down again, and that way we have these two tabs right on the edge like that, and those are great gluing surfaces. Excellent. So before we actually go and do the gluing, what I want to see is what angle this is all going to sit at. So that's fine, but I think I'd rather have a little bit more of a lean back. So I'm just going to freehand again. I'm just going to take a little bit off of that triangle. Actually, let's go ahead and use a straight edge. Take a little bit off of that triangle to kind of get a little more of a bend. A lean back. All right. Let's check that out. All right, that's perfect. Right there, excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that last part attached. What we want to do is just put the glue on these little tabs, just enough, not too much. And then we're going to take those little tabs and put them on the back. I'm going to move my cutting mat out of the way, and then I'm going to kind of hold everything in the position that they're all going to stand together in. And that way I can make sure everything is aligned when the glue dries. Almost there, that's probably good. Okay, and now you have a little stand for holding your pencils. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. We can put a couple in here. All right, great. Some things I'd like to point out. I would encourage you to think about what you like about this design and what you don't like, and then start thinking about different ways that you can improve the design. Maybe you want it to hold something different than pens or pencils. Maybe you think that it's a little bit too loose. And then think about different ways to solve those issues with a different design. I would also like to point out that with a minor modification, this could be used to do something like be a cell phone stand for your smartphone. So I hope this is giving you a better sense of the different things that you can make using the skills that we've developed for working with cardboard.